When you have so many friends who hail from Coorg, it is impossible that you would not have eaten the famous Coorg Pandi Curry. Pandi Curry is basically a pork curry, but this is made with a whole combination of masalas which are very different. Some of them are inherent to Coorg, like the pepper, for instance, and even the bird's eye chilies. Today we're doing the iconic Coorg Pork Curry, also called Pandi Curry. I have to confess, I have never ever in my life cooked Pandi Curry. I've eaten it an innumerable number of times, but today is going to be the first time that I'm cooking it. And my dear friend Anuradha Ganapathy has shared a recipe with me. Anu, I hope I get it right. There are three parts to this pork curry. The first part is, of course, the marination. You marinate it and leave it for a couple of hours at least. The second part is pressure cooking it so that your meat is half done. And the third part is browning the masalas and the pork in the lard of the pork so that you get that glorious dark color to the curry, and of course the fragrances are amazing. So in the dry masalas that go into the marinade, there is salt, there is turmeric, there is black pepper, lots of pepper, nice yummy flavorful pepper. There is coriander powder, there is a little bit of clove and cinnamon, and if you like you can add a little red chili if you want, but I am not adding red chilies. And of course you have roasted jeera and roasted mustard. Being a Bengali, I asked Anu, can't I use a mustard paste? She said no, you have to roast the mustard, then grind it, and then add it so that you get a more brown color to the dish. And in the wet ingredients you have coriander, you have a little curry patta, you have more garlic, less ginger, you have onions, and of course you can't forget the chilies. If you have bird's eye chilies, nothing like it because it's really nice and pungent. I don't. I use regular green chilies, which are also quite pungent right now. You know, with the rains on, whenever the monsoons are there, the chilies get hot. So you marinate the meat with all of this and you leave it be for around a couple of hours at least. So this pork has been marinating now for a couple of hours, and we shall now be putting it into the pressure cooker. There is no oil that's going to be used for this cooking. We are going to basically wait for the pork to, the lard from the pork to melt, and that is what will be cooking the meat. So when you choose your cut for this particular dish, make sure you have some fatty pieces in there as well. What I am going to do is cheat a little bit and add a little water to this because it's the first time I'm cooking it, and I want it to come out well. So I'm gonna help the whole thing along by just adding a little bit of water. The reason I'm adding the water is so that it won't stick to the bottom and get burnt. I want it to sort of, you know, give it a bit of a head start, a handicap if you like. I'm not going to put the lid on the pressure cooker till the meat has released some water at least, because like I said, I don't want it to get burnt, and basically one has to be patient and remember, slow fire. So the bubbles have started, and which means the meat is on its way to releasing its liquids. So I'm going to cover it now and let's see what happens. Been under pressure for around 4 minutes now. I have switched off the fire and I'm going to wait for the pressure to drop before I open it, and hopefully there'll be some nice oil floating on top, lard. Okay, the pressure's down, so time to see if we have enough lard floating on top. The fat that I've taken out into the kadhai, I'm now going to do like a tadka, which is a tempering, which consists basically of whole cloves of garlic and some onion, which I've chopped into big pieces. You can use shallots, preferable to use shallots, but since I don't have shallots in my kitchen right now, I'm using onions, and one onion I've used, and some curry leaves. And this is all going to turn a nice golden brown, and that's when I'll add the cooked pork into the oil. I have to tell you, my house is smelling amazing already. The fragrance from that boiled pork is to die for. Now that this is all nice and brown, I shall add the pork to the tadka. And along with this, what goes in is this really special ingredient called KACHAMPULI. It is like a vinegar, and it's extracted from some fruit, and it is only there, I think, in Coorg. A couple of teaspoons is all. And now this will sit and simmer over here till I'm happy with it, which I already am. I think my pandi curry is ready. It's been around 20-25 minutes. It's been simmering. I have been stirring it from time to time so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. And now we are ready to plate and then taste. So my yummy pandi curry is ready, and thank you once again, Anu, for sharing your recipe. I don't think I could have come close to anything like what it is tasting. Yes, I've done a sneak preview without your help. So let's serve. I want a nice piece with some fat on it. Luckily for me, Amit does not eat fat, so I get all the fat and he gets all the lean, like Jack Sprat. There's nothing more, what should I say, magical than when you try out a recipe for the first time and what you taste is even better than what you remember. Though I have to confess, I've never tasted this cooked by Anu. I'm sure that will be amazing. But this has certainly come out way better than anything I've eaten before. That KACHAMPULI sourness is better than any vinegar, and the pungency, oh yummy. This is like, it's hot, but it's that enjoyable heat, you know, the one that you want more of. And of course the coriander and the curry patta. It's almost like a pickle. Thank you. You guys have to try this out. If you're pork eaters, of course. If you're not, maybe you can try this with chicken. I'm sure the recipe will work with chicken as well. You won't have to cook it for so long, and you need to use oil. But get hold of that KACHAMPULI, it's really good. I think I'm going to substitute KACHAMPULI for all my other vinegar dishes. So bye bye and see you again next week. Looks like the Mehra man is on a break. he's more into eating than cooking nowadays. But do remember to like, subscribe and give us your feedback and let us know if you tried the Pandi curry.